All right, so here we go with our second video. Today we're going to be talking about Mysterium Network. This is a decentralized VPN. Been around a couple of years, getting a lot of attention now, as with all VPNs. And people are getting concerned about who's watching what. So their website here, mysterium.network, goes through some of the advertising things and so on and so forth. Currently 1,100 nodes. For reference, yesterday 780 nodes, so increasing rather quickly. It's currently working on testnet version 2. So you're earning based off of a bounty program. Basically what that is, you can earn up to $50 a month in Ethereum. That coincides with how much of the network data traffic you are responsible for. Mainnet's supposed to launch Q4 of this year. We'll see how that goes. And at that point, you'll be earning their native token, Mist token. So what we're going to do, just recorded this this video and had some trouble with the audio. So hopefully this is a little more clear. But what we're going to do is we're going to have a Ubuntu virtual machine running. And we're going to start by opening up a terminal. We're going to add ourselves a user for this. We'll call that user Mist. You set yourself a password for it. Information here. And we're going to switch over to that account. So now you can see that we're under our Mist account. The first thing that you'll need to do is install curl. As I said, I just did this, so we already have our prerequisites, but we'll go ahead. First things we need to do is add our new account to the stewards file. It's pretty simple to do here. Install. And we'll work that out. Go back into our list. Yeah, let's run our curl. So as you can see, curl's already installed. So you won't have to go that step here, but you will. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to download the script that installs the Mysterium node. And I'll put these commands down in the description. You can cut and paste them if you like. A little bit easier to do that when I have not installed tools for this virtual machine. Brand new install. So we're going to be typing that. All right, next thing we're going to let this fetch everything. A few words of caution. Currently in the testnet, all the network traffic is coming from Mysterium developers. So not a lot of concern there, but there is always a concern running a exit node that we don't know what the other end is doing. Here in the US, we do have a protection. Just don't try to log anything. Don't pay attention to traffic. Just let it do, and shouldn't have any issues. Now you might want to check with your ISP, make sure that this is something that they approve of. If not, don't take part in it. Now you can see here that we're checking to see if IP forward is enabled, and it currently is not. So we may do check that as super user first, just to be sure. So we will enable that. Good double check, make sure that went through. So now what we need to see is a 1 here. That's telling us that IP forwarding is enabled and active. Next thing we want to do is make sure that our IP tables or our firewall in Ubuntu is allowing forwarded traffic. And of course, we're going to do that. All right, so now we've got forwarding enabled. Next thing we do is we're going to check our systemctl and make sure that that service is running. And we can see here that it has not been activated, so we will start that. And we will check our status now. All right, so we have active and running. Then what we'll need to do is find out what IP address this is running on. See here that our IP address is 192.168.194. From here, what we need to do is go to my.mysterium.network. Now you will need to set yourself up an account. Very simple, just email, username. We have our account here. We're going to sign into it. All right, so what we have is a list of our nodes. The most important thing that we have here now as we've set up is this API code. So as we found out before, we were at 194. I can see here that I've logged into it from in the past. Get our node up, and but if this was a fresh install, it would take you through a setup procedure, and you would need to know an Ethereum address for your bounty rewards, and you can enter your API key there, and that was what would register you on the network. So what we have here is you go to settings, you can see that we have already done both of those. Let's see. Shut down our other service here. Typically, so my main service here runs on Raspberry Pi here on my local network, and I believe they are competing with each other right now. Let's spin it up here. So this way you'd enter your API key that came from your login here. And you can see that they coincide. Your beneficiary wallet address, which would be your Ethereum address. One thing to note that this settles monthly, so all the work you do doesn't get paid out till the first week of the next month. So now we go back here, we can see that we're online. go to our information. Now, one thing you can also do is it runs the check connection once every 24 hours. So if you have any trouble with it, it'll tell you here that your node's not online. It'll tell you don't have any active services, so on and so forth. But you can also initiate a check connection yourself. We'll go ahead and do that here. And we'll probably see that connection become active over here pretty quickly. So the web interface is pretty basic. You have your Open VPN is not currently active, just using WireGuard. This option here is for whitelisted. Up there's our check connection comes through. It's real small data transfer just to check connectivity. You can see our NAT status updated to success. That can take 10 minutes or more to get complete connection to the network. Here you can choose to have only verified traffic. You can whitelist. That's going to be nice moving forward once we go mainnet. If you want to be sure that you're not having any strange access coming from your IP address. Essentially, that's how this works here. The exit node, your IP address will be the public IP address accessing whatever the individual on the other end is choosing to pay to have access to. So a couple little tips here. If you're experiencing any trouble, you can read the log files, and we'll use journalctl -fu. fu is going to follow the logs, so you can just leave this running if you do choose. And you can see here if you have any issues or anything like that, it will come up and tell you. It will also tell you if you have connections that come active. We'll run another check here so we can see what an active connection looks like through the logs. Now the bounties pay out based on your ranking. So if we go back here, we can check the leaderboard. I had another node running last night, transferred about 9 gigabytes overnight. Not a huge amount. You can see some of these transferring 6, 9, quite a few terabytes. So if you have a bandwidth restriction, probably not something you want to get involved with. Of course, if you have a slow connection as well, I'd say it's not something that you want to be involved with. Here we can see that we have that connection is active now. It's calculating the price for the data that's being transmitted. And then we can see that final data was written, the session was closed. So back here, we'll be able to see that back on our sessions. We have these 2 test connections. And then a little while ago, we had one German connection that transferred 140 megabytes. So that is pretty much it. Mysterium node is running. Now I'm running this on a Ubuntu virtual machine, but like I showed before, it typically runs on a Raspberry Pi 4. That actually is currently running a farmer and a harvester for some chia forks that we're going to talk about in the next video. So that you have it, that be a part of decentralizing VPN. And like I said, hopefully this this moves forward. Now you can see that the MIST token itself is listed and currently trading. Yesterday it was 27 cents. So we've had a little bit of a bump. Now this is what the end users will use to purchase bandwidth over the network, but currently it's free. So there you have it. The video number 2 for our channel. Hopefully we'll definitely see some improvement in audio, and I don't currently have a camera, so So we're not doing video. We're just going to do walkthrough screen captures. And if you like to see, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe. Next videos, we're going to be talking about Chia, specifically running it on a Raspberry Pi off USB external hard drives. Then we're going to roll and talk about how to use HBool, and using that on HBool, and also the new forks that have come to be on Chia, and how you combine those with your existing plots on a cheap little Raspberry Pi. Got plans to do a Kosh network video is in the works, and we have ourselves going to do a video on the Sentinel network, another decentralized VPN, and we're going to just keep rolling. Leave some comments, ask what you want to see. Hopefully we're going to try and touch on all these devices that are coming out now that they are asking you to pay for, that you can use your hardware at home to do yourself with a little bit of guidance, and save this the threefold video we did. I think that device is $900 pre-order, probably be $2,000 before it comes out, and you can set yourself threefold node up in 15 to 20 minutes using hardware that you have already. All right, thanks for watching.